Have you ever wondered what happens to your toys when you're not around? Well, Toy Story gave us a glimpse, but Toy Story 2 takes that question and launches it into a whole new adventure. It all starts with a tear. Literally, Woody's arm gets ripped during playtime with Andy, and he gets shelved, fearing he'll be thrown away. Things get even worse when Andy's mom puts him in a box for a yard sale. A greedy toy collector named Al, the guy from Al's Toy Barn, spots him and, despite Andy's mom saying Woody isn't for sale, he creates a diversion and steals our favorite cowboy. Now, this is where Woody's world gets turned upside down. He finds himself in Al's apartment, a shrine to a forgotten 1950s TV show called Woody's Roundup, and guess what? Woody was the star. He meets the rest of the gang, Jessie, the yodeling cowgirl, Bullseye, his trusty horse, and Stinky Pete the prospector, who's still in his original, unopened box. Woody is a collector's item, part of a set that's incredibly valuable. Al has been searching for a Woody doll for years to complete his collection, which he plans to sell for a fortune to a toy museum in Tokyo, Japan. For a moment, Woody is blown away. He sees all this merchandise with his face on it: lunch boxes, yo-yos, record players. He was a huge star. Stinky Pete and Jessie explain their backstory. The show was cancelled when Sputnik and the space race made cowboy toys less popular. Woody sees a future where he'll be admired forever in a museum, never having to worry about being outgrown or damaged. Jessie is especially passionate about this. She shares a heartbreaking story about her previous owner, Emily, who loved her dearly but eventually grew up and left her in a donation box. The thought of being abandoned again terrifies her, and she desperately wants the whole gang to stick together and go to the museum. Meanwhile, back at Andy's house, panic sets in. Buzz Lightyear is not one to leave a toy behind. He launches a full-blown investigation, piecing together clues from the yard sale, a feather, a license plate. He rallies the troops: Rex, the anxious dinosaur; Mr. Potato Head, the cynic with a heart of gold; Hom, the piggy bank; and Slinky Dog. Their mission: rescue Woody. This isn't just a trip across the street. It's an epic journey through the city. They have to cross a busy road, navigate the treacherous aisles of Al's Toy Barn, and even hijack a Pizza Planet truck. It's a hilarious and daring adventure that shows just how far they'll go for their friend. Inside the toy store, the rescue mission hits a snag. The gang encounters a whole aisle of new Buzz Lightyears, one of whom still thinks he's a real space ranger. This new Buzz captures our Buzz and takes his place, leading the others on a wild goose chase. Our Buzz eventually escapes and has a comical confrontation with his doppelganger, which even involves a run-in with Emperor Zurg, his sworn enemy. It's a fantastic side story that really adds to the fun. Back at Al's apartment, Woody is having a change of heart. Initially, he's firm about going back to Andy. He tries to escape, but Jessie and Stinky Pete convince him to stay. The idea of being preserved forever, of never being forgotten, starts to sound appealing. He sees his torn arm, remembering how fragile his life with a child can be. He agrees to go to Japan. Just then, Buzz and the gang finally arrive. They've made it all the way to Al's high-rise apartment building, climbing up an elevator shaft in a truly heroic sequence. But when Buzz finds Woody, he's met with a surprise. Woody doesn't want to be rescued. He tells Buzz about his celebrity past and the museum. This leads to a powerful confrontation. Buzz reminds Woody of what it truly means to be a toy. He says, "You are a child's plaything." It's a callback to the first movie, but this time it's Woody who needs to hear it. Woody argues that Andy will grow up eventually, but Buzz delivers the killer line, "I can't stop Andy from growing up." But I wouldn't miss it for the world. This hits Woody hard. He watches a clip from his old show where he sings a song about loving kids, and he remembers his purpose. He realizes that a short life filled with a child's love is better than an eternity behind glass. Woody has made his choice. He's going home to Andy. He invites Jessie and Bullseye to come with them to join a new family. Jessie is hesitant, still scarred by her past, but Woody's heartfelt plea convinces her. Bullseye is just happy to be with Woody, but there's one problem. Stinky Pete, the prospector, reveals his true colors. He's bitter from a lifetime of being on a shelf, never being played with. He doesn't want Woody to leave because it would ruin his only chance to get into a museum. He locks the air vent, trapping them. He's the villain they never saw coming. All returns, packs the Woody's Roundup gang into a case, and heads for the airport. This kicks off the final, climactic chase. Buzz and the gang pursue all the way to the airport baggage handling system. It's a chaotic, high-stakes race against time on conveyor belts and through luggage carousels. They manage to free Woody, but Stinky Pete confronts him one last time. In a classic cowboy showdown, Woody and the gang manage to deal with the prospector, stuffing him into a little girl's Barbie backpack. His fate, to finally learn what it's like to be played with, whether he likes it or not. Now, they just need to save Jessie, who is still in the case, heading towards the plane. In a spectacular scene that echoes the finale of the first film, Woody and Buzz, riding on Bullseye, chase the plane as it taxis down the runway. Woody climbs onto the plane, gets Jessie out of the cargo hold, and they make a daring swing back onto Bullseye's back just as the plane takes off. It's an absolutely breathtaking and triumphant moment. They all make it back to Andy's room just before he returns from cowboy camp. Andy is overjoyed to find not only Woody, with his arm magically repaired, but also new toys, Jessie and Bullseye. He incorporates them into his playtime immediately, creating new adventures for his expanded toy family. Woody, Buzz, and all the toys watch as Andy plays, their bond stronger than ever. Woody looks at Buzz and acknowledges that while their time with Andy won't last forever, it's the best part of being a toy and they'll enjoy every second of it. Toy Story 2 is a beautiful story about friendship, loyalty, and finding your purpose. It reminds us that things don't last forever, but the love and joy we experience along the way are what truly matter. Thanks for watching this deep dive into one of Pixar's best sequels. If you love stories about friendship and adventure, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content. See you in the next video.